Whenever young people protest or engage in activism, do you ever notice that we spend more time criticizing kids than the problem at hand? Hey everyone, my name is Amber Okway from the Earth Emotions Project, and I'm here with our first series looking at youth engaged in eco-activism. In our 2022 study of U.S. newspaper narratives depicting children and the climate crisis, we found 4 common stereotypes of youth engaged in eco-activism. Today we're starting with the emboldened and demanding, fierce young activist. Let's face it, young people, especially those from Gen Z, are constantly criticized for their entitlement and so-called radical beliefs. And climate activists of Gen Z are no exception. They're often picked apart by news media for being loud, demanding, disruptive, or anything that disrupts from the normative idea of the quiet, obedient child. Instead of focusing the debate or discussion on the actual issue at hand, the climate crisis, we spend more time judging the actions of youth instead. We saw this process play out when young activists from Just Stop Oil threw soup at a Van Gogh painting. Instead of discussing the issue at hand, the impact of fossil fuels on human-induced climate change, according to news media, the real issue at hand was the activists themselves and the appropriateness of their actions. Personally, I find it interesting that the entire point of their protest was to ask, is art, are material things more important than life, food, and justice? And according to news media, not only was undamaged art more important, maintaining the social order between adults and children was more valuable than the catastrophic consequences of climate change. The need to control the identity or limit the power of youth is a form of childism. Like racism or sexism, childism refers to the oppression of children by adults. Childism labels the fierce young activist as a misguided deviant the moment they dare step beyond the boundaries of an adult's control. And why do we engage in this behavior? You could see this as an immature defense mechanism. It's a way for us to escape or distract from those feelings of shame and guilt when faced with the impact of our actions on others. And instead of the existential threat being the climate crisis, the problem becomes the existential threat that young people pose to social order. Let's remember the issue at hand here, the climate crisis, not children who deserve to have their voices heard. Agree? Disagree? Let us know in the comments. Make sure to like, save, and share for more, and thanks as always to our sponsors.